Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Hey guys. Wait. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Dr. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for moderating. If I've never told you that before, I appreciate you. Hey, Ghetto Preacher, how are you? What's going on? Welcome, guys. And today is a serious topic. Don't ever get it twisted. But I have to, do what I have to do and let you guys know or remind you to please remember to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells, and if you can, give me a thumbs up or down. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But what does matter is the content, and hopefully, the content that I put out is always something that uplifts, and that's part of what the thumbs up would be for me, saying that yes, I am uplifting. Um, my day was okay, you know. I can't complain. I hope you guys had a good day. Hey Tanya, what's going on? Hi Edward. I don't see Edward, but yeah, there he is. Hi Edward, good to see you. Um, well, my day was okay. I have no complaints, but talking about what I was going to talk about was weighing on me for about a day. And let me see, where do I want to start? Let me ask you guys a question. How effective do you think you are with your communities? It's a general question. You can answer it or you can just think about it in your own heart and soul. How effective do you believe you are with your community? Any taker? Hi, Miss Ride Die. Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm asking that because yesterday I saw something that really bothered me, and it made me question, like, what am I doing? Am I effective? It really made me question, like, am I effective? Because I come here every day. Every day. I'm here every day, sharing and caring and trying my best to encourage and inspire and maybe restore belief where there was none, or help you think about, you know, life, including myself, because sometimes those conversations end up helping me because I don't think about these things on my own. But collectively, we come up with things. And hey, the guy, how are you? I really want to know, like, how effective do you think you are? Because if we think that we're really effective, then there should be a significant change in the way we communicate, the way we carry on our businesses, the way we just are. And if it becomes a thing of a year after year, we get high off of words and see no action, then what are we doing? Like, my heart ached because I literally saw uh, or experienced, I not firsthand, but I saw people pretty much tearing each other up. And it's people that I know. And this is why I say that we have to be very careful what we do, because it not only affects you, but it affects people who you don't know. No, I happen to be a person that people don't know that I know. And when I saw that, it made me reevaluate and like wonder, like, am I effective? Because a lot of us, come in Hello World and we sit here, we say, yeah, that's good. And you talk amongst yourselves and you figure things out. But then we still tear each other up. We don't communicate. We choose not to communicate, right? I'm not even letting there be an excuse of I don't know how to. You choose not to communicate. And a lot of the times we choose not to communicate because of the lack of power inside of us that we know that we have. That when people are trying to activate that power, you take it and leave it. It goes in one ear, out the other. So, how effective are we actually in our communities? There should not be, let's make it this simple. There should not be a drug dealer who feels comfortable standing on your corner if you were very effective. That drug dealer should be turning around and turning real business outside of doing business that is sketchy. There really should be not too many abandoned homes in your community if you were, or if we were as effective as we think we are. And there should be a lot less miscommunications if we are truly thinking that we are effective. You guys, some of you may say, well, Joy, why don't you mind your business and just go ahead and make your coin because my business is humanity. I am minding my business. I am my brother and sister's keeper. Maybe you may not take that seriously, but I do. Because I know if there's been a change in my life, then I know there's possibly a lot of people who just need a little push, just a little tenderness, just a little love, genuine love that doesn't ask for anything back. Let me ask you guys this. Some of you have been rocking with me for years and years and years and years and years. How many of you have actually reached out and said, hey, Joy, how you doing? I don't care if you do or not, but think about it. How many of you have ever checked on my well-being? Don't answer that question and don't start asking me how I'm doing either. Because if it wasn't in you to do in the beginning, don't let it start triggering you like, oh yeah. I'm an afterthought sometimes, right? Until 7:30 between that time comes on, like, oh yeah, Joy is on. I'm still human too. I still have emotions and I still have vulnerabilities and I still have times of struggle and I still have moments of I am in despair. But yet, I push all of that aside. Yes, I choose to push all of that aside because I want to be effective for my community. Because I feel like if we can do it together, then we would less likely feel like we're alone and struggle alone in certain things that we go through. And it definitely wouldn't have us tearing each other apart. So, despite me, how about the people around you? How often do you do a wellness check with others? Yes, it is your responsibility. We need to stop throwing off, well, that's not my responsibility. That's not my business. Yes, it is your business. And yes, it is your responsibility. Because if we took each other and cared for each other a little bit more, then we wouldn't be tearing each other apart. And what I saw yesterday would not be tearing my heart apart. And then it'd be like, oh, well, it's not your business. It absolutely is our business. That's the problem. We haven't been caring about each other's businesses enough. So we become numb, right? We've turned to all the self-help, like, well, I only want to help myself. It's my time to shine. It's my time. Then guess what? You miss the point of life. How many people, while you're on your my time to shine and everything is going on for you and you only care about yourself, how many people have been just waiting for you to come alongside and say, I got you. You don't even have to require to say nothing, but just to be there. I got you. How many? So, how effective have we been in our communities? How effective have we been in our families? How effective have we been in our friendship relationships and anything else that covers human nature? How effective have we been in our children's lives? I don't care. I don't have kids, but I do empathize with kids when I see that they look like there's something hurting them. And I can't say nothing because I'm an adult, but I could see that something's not right. But yet the parent can't see that. And yet, if you want to approach a parent right now in this year, if you want to approach a parent like, hey, it's just all of a sudden it's like, mind your business. We need to stop saying mind your business and start saying minding our business because you are part of my business. You are part of my life. I don't ever want to have that kind of heartache that I saw. That's why I question, like, how effective am I really? Oh, don't take things personally. Yes, I take it very personally. I take it very personal because if we don't start taking each other more personally, then we're going to continue to divide. We're going to continue to be divided and have any little thing keep us divided. And guess what? When there's division, there's more governing. So, how effective have you been with your communities? How effective do you think you are with your communities? How effective do you think you are with your jobs, with your coworkers, with your employer? We all have the same situations, all same similarities. We want love. We want to be respected. We want to be honored. We want to be heard. That's all we all ever want to do. And then you throw in all the other things to give us more. But we don't even scratch, or we rarely scratch the surface of caring, loving, listening. You absolutely are responsible for everyone you get to meet. And everyone who gets to meet you should know that they are responsible for you as well. If we hold ourselves, if we hold ourselves at the standards that we were birthed to have, my goodness, how much further can we be? Or would we be? There should not be one person, or should be very few people who feel alone in this world. But there's a lot more lonely people than you absolutely think or can imagine. But no, it's not your business, right? We should be ashamed of ourselves for thinking that, oh, it's not my business to care for nobody else. It absolutely is. And actually, when you take on the ability of caring about other people, you build up empathy inside of you. You build up love inside of you. Your heart starts to ache when you see certain things that just isn't right. When you see people devouring each other, then that junk hurts. Even if you don't have to directly have anything or to do with the situation. I like to say that people who are around me and take me seriously, right? Because maybe some people just don't take me seriously. But maybe people who take me seriously and are around me are doing effective things and are remembering the minute that they want to give up, they remember something reminds them of why they shouldn't. Maybe I may be one of those reasons. At least if I am at least one reason, then I know I'm being effective. And then guess what? Other people should be another reason why you shouldn't want to. And then you should be able to think about another situation why another person reminds you why you shouldn't give up. It shouldn't just be on one person. It should be a collective effort because we are each other's keeper. We should be more caring. We should feel like, yes, I am responsible. Guess who's gonna bury you? Everybody else. You dead and gone. You leave your debt. You leave your worldly possessions. You leave your rotten body and have somebody put you in a coffin, going through the bearing through the pain of throwing you in a coffin, then mourning over you, seeing you say goodbye, and living with that loss for some time. If you have your stuff in order, it won't be as hard for a person to find a way to bury you, find a reason why they can laugh instead of cry so much. Pick up whatever you left or wherever you left off, pick up and keep moving and not see your death as, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. That's how we should be. The lives that we live should be celebrated, whether in death or in life. I tell you, like, my pain eased up a little more because I went on Instagram and there was somebody on their live. And when I turned on their live, they reminded me of who I am. They reminded me about the power that I have. They don't know me. I'm a perfect stranger to them. But do you see how effective they were? Oh, that we all could speak life into each other's lives, how much further we could be. That is saying that you're taking responsibility for another human when you say you want to speak life into others. That is what it equates. Because I was really in a position and I was in a place. But I'm so glad that I turned on that live just to get that little reminder, just to get that little extra inspiration to be like, you know what? You right. Oh, you right. Reminded me of what I need to be worrying about most in life. Reminded me about the power that we have. All from a perfect stranger. We're all perfect strangers at this point. We should be able to say something that will trigger somebody to do great things and to remind them of doing great things or to invigorate them to go ahead and keep on moving. We are each other's keepers. Whether you want to agree with me or not, I don't care. But we are. And I'm going to tell you, I'll be bold about it. Don't care. You can't convince me differently anyway. I'm an Aries. Bull. Well, a ram. So stubborn as ever. So you can't tell me any different. You can't tell me any different because I experienced it about someone who actually cares about other people because they shared whatever they had to share. Whether they were talking in general terms, it triggered me. It hit the right spot for me so that my pain lessened because it just said to me, Joy, there are people who are absolutely being effective with their platforms, being effective with whatever ministry they have. Your ministry could be just to be in the number. Your ministry could be in creating. Your ministry could be in, I don't know, playing music. Your ministry could be in creating clothes. Your ministry could be in just being a one-on-one for somebody. Your ministry could be in giving food to the homeless or people less in need, not even homeless. Because there are people who are less in need that still have houses and homes, but they just don't have the income to match those things. And they're waiting for somebody to take away their stuff. Just one day at a time. Trying to talk to the debtors like, please give me one more chance. Please give me one more chance. I'm trying to look for work. Just give me one more chance. And all they got is just that one little thing. And here you come just to put some food in their mouth. Brighten up their day. We are each other's keepers. Even if it means just one little meal. Even if it gives $5. Isn't that better than tearing each other up to shreds? Ripping out hearts of people that you didn't realize you affected? Got people contemplating like, dang, what am I doing? Is it in vain? And not only just is it in vain, but it's just to see the hurt. It's still not your business. Yes, it is. Because when I see another person hurt, I hurt too. I don't carry it with me, but I hurt too because it's bad. It's sad to see somebody hurt from another person tearing them up. And it's sad to see the person who tore somebody up knowing good well they probably feeling guilty as ever. And if they don't, then there's something wrong with the simple fact that you feel comfortable and confident enough to tear another human being down without even feeling the slightest edge of, dang, maybe I hurt them. Maybe my delivery was wrong. Maybe my delivery was a little too raw. How effective are we absolutely actually being? Because if you are being effective, everybody around you should be lit up. They should have a fire just like you, a fire and a desire. So the times when you don't feel as if your fire is starting to quelch, that other person is around to invigorate that up, put some more oil in there, kerosene, whatever, just to blaze you back up. We should be running as a nucleus, as a cell, as one, changing our environments, changing the perspectives, or helping to change the perspectives. That's what we should be doing. That's how we know that we're being effective. The same way a community was torn down is the same way the community can be built back up. We shouldn't be allowing outside people to come into our communities and build it back up and sell it right back to us at triple the profit and still get nothing. Or have perfect strangers move into our communities and start mandating and telling us what we have to do and how we should live. Right or wrong? Listen, I apologize if I'm not looking at the chat because I'm just not. I got to stay focused because my heart was really broken to see and hear what I heard. I was just like, dang. And even on that little level, if we think about all the other levels of things that we are absolutely not even near, like 12 eons away, different homes behind closed doors that we don't even know about, what kind of hell may be going on in there? Meanwhile, that hell could have been prevented because you had direct contact with the person that may have been causing the hell to trigger them to live and do different to the people that they say they love. You see how connected we all are. They don't even have to tell you, yeah, I'm home, I'm going home to abuse my family. They don't even have to tell you that. But one word could trigger that. Dang, I'm doing bad. I'm not holding up the end of my bargain saying that I will protect and keep my family. Not doing my bargain. Holding my own tongue back and making everybody else victims. At some point, we all have to grow up. But for those who are grown, okay, let me rephrase that. At some point, we all have to mature up. And we have to mature up. And that takes work. That takes putting in the work. How many of us are putting in that work to mature up and mature and growing in maturity? Growing in maturity requires a lot of calmness, requires a lot of biting your own tongue, holding back your flesh from destroying more and other flesh. We shouldn't be so quick to always respond in anger or respond in malice or deceit. So, how effective are we? How many of you think about your fellow man? You can be as even as kind enough to say hello to somebody when you're crossing them at the supermarket, because you never know, that hello may be the same hello that sparks and ignites hope back into their soul that was lost because maybe they would have eaten their last meal and taken their life. Yeah, maybe you think that's dramatic. So what? But it happens. It happens and you never know. But that's part of being your brother's keeper. You don't have to be directly all on top of people saying, you all right, you good. It is the invisible things that we do that sometimes help. We need to start creating bridges so that we all can cross and get along. I no longer can accept the fact that, oh, I just can't get along with you. Okay, well, let me take that back. No, it's not true. It's true. We should be able to be mature enough to tolerate each other. And when you tolerate somebody, it doesn't mean that you're just saying they're still annoying, but it's just you tolerate them, listen to their perspective. Maybe you agree or disagree, whatever, but at least you've listened. Maybe you learned something, right? Because we learn from each other all the time. I'm sure you guys are learning from each other in the chat too. That's why this right here has been the cause of many wars. That's a quote in my book. I think it's the first one. That tongue of ours has been the cause of many wars. That tongue of ours has been the cause of many deaths. May not literally deaths, but you've killed somebody's spirit with your tongue. Yes, that's serious, right? Oh, but if you were your brother's keeper, you would consider maybe holding back sometimes and considering like, let me think, let me size this person up. Can they handle what I'm going to say to them? Maybe not. Maybe I won't say anything at all. I will say that after being in that live today, I felt 100 times better. But I still had to talk to you guys about this because it's real. It's for real, for real. We keep tearing each other up. And then we get inspired for a few hours and then tear each other up right back again. That's unacceptable anymore. You should say to yourself, this is unacceptable behavior. I'm not going to participate in that anymore. That is how you start to mature. When you say you will not participate in certain cannibalistic, human killing ways. Oh, but Joy, then that means that I can't speak my mind. Then guess what? If speaking your mind has been killing people, then maybe you shouldn't be speaking your mind. Your mind should be spoken when it's going to encourage and uplift somebody. Right? Slow to speak. Hmm. 30 minutes. So I hope I never have to experience what I saw ever again. Not with people that have been in my, not with people that have been in my space. Because again, you may have been thinking, oh, it's just your personal situation. It's all about you who is happening to. You got people who are bleeding outside looking in. while you tearing each other bit in pieces. You got somebody looking outside in, seeing the destruction and wondering, what the heck am I doing? Because we all are part of each other. When one hurts, a lot more people hurt than you think. We got to be more responsible. Thank you for whoever super chatted me. We have to be more responsible. You are your brother and your sister and your father and your mother and your aunt and your uncle. You are everybody's keeper. Remember how powerful you are. Remember, the words that flow out of your mouth can create life or death. It is that serious. It's very serious. And if we take it seriously, we would be thinking like, dang, maybe Joy, isn't that crazy? Because if you're the person or persons, maybe in the run back and the playback, I don't know, who are sitting back saying, Joy, you're crazy, mind your business. No, absolutely not. Because when I mind my business, then I'm in everything and I'm concerned about things and I'm showing empathy and I'm showing, hey, you are not alone. And I'm taking responsibility for other human beings. Because again, somebody took responsibility for you in your time of need. So why can't we do it for others? Are we that selfish? You are your brother's key. You are the keeper of whomever enters your space. Be protective of the people who enter your space so that when they leave, you are effective. And it's proof in the pudding by the way they start to act. It's proof in the pudding by the way they start to inspire others. Because at the end of the day, if our communities continuously look like what it's been looking like, that we are not effective. Positivity always wins, right? Light always shines through darkness. We have so much light, but why do we allow so much darkness? We need to start taking more control of our beings, control of our tongue, the killer of everything, if we let it. It is that serious. I'm not challenging you to do nothing. I'm asking you to really start considering what you are doing before you do it. Consider the people that it will affect before you do it. Consider the lives that you have been in front of and remember what you are doing. Because if you can't be effective, then we're just going to continuously go in this downward spiral. Thank you for whoever super chatted me too. We will continue to go in this downward spiral and be underneath the level of whatever we were birthed to be. We were birthed for a reason. It's not just for no season. We were birthed for a reason. What are you doing with the time that you have? How much are you contributing to the people that you come across, the paths that you come across? How much do you care about hurting another person while you will hold your tongue, even if it means that you can't even say what you deeply want to say? But you feel like if I say what I want to say, it's going to kill somebody. How much do you consider that? Because if you're not on that level yet, then we've got to mature more. It's that simple. If we're not maturing, then we're not even flowing with life. We're not flowing with life. We're just stale water. Aren't we tired of being stale water? Shouldn't we be like fresh flowing rivers that have living organisms breathing and enjoying us? Not being afraid to be like, well, dang, I'm afraid that if I say something, then I might offend. I hope that you feel a lot more inspired and think about how you present yourself to the world, because we are the world at this point in time. Right now, we are the world of your world. Whoever enters you is in your world. Let those people leave your world into their world and creating more better worlds. All because we are each other's keeper, and we think that, and we believe that, and we flow with that, and we mature in that. And then we stop with all of this bicker and battering, purposely hurting each other, doing malicious things, and maybe thinking that you're not being malicious because that's just who you are. It's not acceptable anymore. That excuse of that's just who I am is not acceptable anymore, because that excuse of just that's who you are is killing so many other people that you have no idea. They enter your world and you just say whatever is on your mind and you kill them. They leave your world in more destruction, and then they carry that destruction to the next worlds. And then they have people come into their worlds and they destroy them as well. Humanity was never built to be that way. I don't care what history, because remember, history, right, is something that was in the past. That's not our present. Forget about the history. The present requires us to do better and to do more. And if you're not willing to do that, then the people around you are not being effective enough. And that's where my heart breaks. You are still beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Maybe I've killed a lot of people with my tongue, but I'm more careful with my tongue. I speak very little with my tongue because I know if I said the first things that flew out my head sometimes in anger, I would be killing a whole lot of things, a whole lot of people, a whole lot of situations, a whole lot of hope. I'm not willing to do that anymore. I'm not willing to participate in that game anymore. I'm willing to only participate in the game that says we can rise up, we can be whatever it is that we want to be, and that we can actually be a community that changes things. Our communities where we live should be a lot different. A lot more people should be able to want to feel relaxed enough to come outside and speak to each other because of you. Maybe not just because of you, but because of things that you do. It's in you still. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late to be the difference. It's never too late to make a significant change in your life. It's never too late to say, I'm no longer accepting the excuses that I've been saying, oh, it's just me. If you don't accept me for who I am, then oh well. That's a coward-like behavior. Expect more from yourself. Expect more from the people that you deal with. Hold each other to a higher standard. Let's stop breaking each other down and tearing each other apart. Because what does it do? Affect people like me on the outside looking in? The time has been well past overdue that we do something about society and the humanity that we deal with every day. Is it going to be perfect? No. But can it be manageable? Yes. And right now, it's not manageable. So again, I ask you, how effective are you in your communities? That includes everything, outside, inside, including yourself. Because if you don't feel any self-worth, then you certainly are not going to express it to everyone else. And I was feeling super unworthy I was feeling super unworthy from the past things that I've seen and some of the experiences that I had experienced. I was feeling super unworthy. But that live today reminded me of how dope I really am. And it's okay for me to say I'm dope as ever. I am absolutely dope. I encourage, I help provide, I'm caring, I'll be by your side. That's dope as ever. And that's what all of you can be. That's what all we are required to be, is dope as ever. Get yourselves together and let's come on and do something better. Let's come on, guys. It's time. It's overdue. It's not time, it's overdue. Start being effective. Accept no more tearing down, no more killing because of your tongue. No more. No one else should die emotionally, spiritually, physically from the things that come out of our mouth ever again. At least I hope. No, I'm not even going to put no hope, because hope is nothing but just waiting for something to happen. I personally am stating that I will do everything in my little power, and whatever supernatural power that decides to come and hold me back whenever I feel like I can't be held back by my own, to not kill another person, to not make anybody victim of my anger, to make anyone victim of my having a bad day and throwing that off on some individual who is innocent. There's a new quote that I will be posting soon. I can't remember the words right now, but whatever. Anyway, if you ever want to get to know anything more about Be the Difference Clothing, go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. It is pinned up there. If you want to be encouraged for real, these books have a lot of encouragement in there. It really do. I know I'm selling it because it's already paid for, like I paid for it. So I can't give everything away for free. If I could, I would, but then maybe you wouldn't value it as much if you didn't put a price on it. But a lot of things in life that are amazing really are free, but we don't value it. We are each other's keeper. We are each other's gifts. Don't hand me no poop. Don't hand me no broken gift no more. I'm not accepting it. I'm too dope for that. I'm too good to be receiving broken, dirty, half behind gifts. I can't. I can't have any more broken hearts. I can't be the tongue and the bearer of someone else's broken heart. I can't do that. Knowingly, I can't do that. I hope you feel the same way too. I am here every single day, majority of the times between 7 and 9, sometimes earlier, later. But I try my best, guys. I really do. And my intentions have always been as much as I can to really encourage and inspire. I'm holding up my part. I'm holding up my part. Can you please do yours too? Can you please continue to do yours too? Because maybe you have been doing yours, but can you continue to do yours and amp it up a little bit more? Because if we don't come on like a wrecking ball, or come off like an explosion, then darkness will continue to seem like it's shining more. I'm doing my part. Continue to do yours. And if you haven't been doing your part, start doing it. Mature up, folks. Let's mature up together, guys. For real. Let's do this. I appreciate you guys for being here. I apologize if you may have said something that was profound, but I couldn't look at the chat today because I would have been thrown off. But I really do appreciate you for communicating in the chat. I hope that you've been encouraged. I hope that you realize that the things and the actions that you do affect more than just the person that you've been doing the actions to. It affects the people outside of that as well. I happen to have been an outside person looking in, It affected me. I spoke on it. Sorry if you feel offended, but maybe just bringing it up will remind you of how important it is for you, for all of us, not you, because I don't want it to make it seem like I'm perfect and stuff, because I'm not. I'm nowhere near it. I make mistakes still, but I hold myself accountable for the mistakes that I make. So start holding yourself accountable for those mistakes. Don't let your actions break someone's heart, indirectly or directly, or try your best not to. I appreciate you guys for being there as often as you can. If we never ever meet each other again, that's okay. But I hope you left knowing how powerful you really are, and the things that we do, how powerful they are, and how they affect even the most minute things that you think, how it affects that. And that we continue to do better, guys. For real, for real. I really do appreciate you. And hopefully we'll see each other again. But my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I'm signing out on another episode of Hello World. Thank you guys for those who have sold into the channel with the super chats and the memberships, and even if you purchase things from the company, I appreciate that as well. Please don't ever think that I don't appreciate it, because I do. And I hope that my actions will continuously speak volumes and be effective and not the opposite. I'll see you guys soon, okay? My name is Joy, and I'm signing out of Hello World. Have a good night.